Okay, let's see here. Stream health is good. Okay, so it's been a while since I've been in here. What have we got? Prime, Debian, Kali. I think I'm gonna do a GUI OS, just so we have something to, just so it's a little bit easier to organize things. Let's get some music going. We'll do my cool music playlist. YouTube will be like, no you don't, mate. No, you don't stream copyrighted music. Well, you know what I say to that? Eat my shorts. Because I like copyrighted music and you can't do anything to stop me. Let's see if we can wait for some people to join. Also, while we're at it, we're going to set up a Discord server for these streams, because why not? Why the H not? What picture can we use for my live stream? Let's use ChatGPT to make an image for the live stream, because generate me a Discord profile picture for YouTube live streams about the projects I am. Because with the Discord, that way I can get you guys in to chat. It's not going to be a massive server, I guess. I can show you when I'm go live. Oh, is it going to generate like a little cartoon image of me? Because it knows what I look like because I've given it a photo of me before. Actually, I kind of don't hate this. It's got my headset. It's got a smile. Sure, we'll use this. That's just like a temporary one. Okay, so if we create invite link, Let's invite some of these people to it. And we'll post this. Can we do like a pinned comment? Join the Discord. Alright. So, we're on Discord. If you want. Is people and blogs the best category for this? Is there like a category for science and technology? Probably fits better. Just changing. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing because I'm on my other screen. Okay. Anyone can send messages. No slow mode. Is that an AI? Okay, so we have got Jared in the chat.
Exactly. I was in the other server.
Yeah.
I can't really type whilst my hands are busy.
Yeah. No, I thought I'd make this Discord in case people join, like new people join. It's gonna be basically just a Discord for an open chat channel and somewhere for me to dump when I'm going live.
Oh my god, you and your dumps. So smelly. I can't believe I did that entire section of that song and I did actually stuff up.
Nice. Going live alerts. Next.
Yes, I did notice the AI generated image. Craig beat me to it. It's actually a pretty fun song to type out.
Huh?
I don't like the song because I think it's quite misogynistic, but like, you know, Jake Harlow. This song's actually quite fun to play.
What song? Oh, the one
Jake
you're
Harlow's
doing on.
Lovin' On Me.
Like permissions. Everyone can view, but they can't send messages or create threads or do any of this stuff. They can add reactions. They can't manage a message.
Your brother keeps playing a lot of vocals, and I'd like you to tell him to stop. Every time I get there, I'm like, oh my god, I just hit my high record, and I go to the end, and it's like, you're second out of your friends. I'm like, god damn it, Ben beat me here. Oh my god, you get into this song too!
Okay, so
Like a few thousands.
oh, so in this stream, my goal is to set up a VM for dev environment because yesterday I just
You are streaming.
yes, yesterday I completely crashed out. Yeah, yesterday I completely crashed out trying to set up my dev environment on Windows because I just like Linux more for this stuff. So I went out and I bought myself a Wi-Fi extender from JCar. Because
so that's why I bought myself a refurbished ThinkPad.
no, so I was paying for a SIM service for my server and it expired. I'm like, why don't I just connect it to my local network? It's a lot better in this house than it was in my last one. A lot better internet and stuff. I'm gonna have to turn this down, I think. Can you say something, Jared?
Boo.
Okay, cool. You are.
I am saying something and you are hearing it.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm like, I can make this so much better. So I went out and bought a Wi-Fi extender that also has an Ethernet port. It's called the, what is it? The Mercusys. I went out and bought myself this. So it connects to my Wi-Fi. It's actually really handy.
Can't see. I am trying to beat your brother.
Actually, I'm just gonna share my screen so you can also. Yes, so I
still can't see because I need a third hand. Hold on.
I got a Wi-Fi range extender that could do a specific thing I was looking for. So the ability to what does it do? So the ability to have a wireless link from the router to the extender, and then an Ethernet port which goes into my server. Just imagine this as a server. And yeah, so it works really well. I'm connected my
I struck.
connected my home internet up to it, which means now it has got. It's not gonna. Oh, okay. I'm probably gonna tank the stream doing this, or maybe not. But yeah, internet's like fine here. 150 down, and I think 40 up usually. And this is going through the Wi-Fi extender as well. 20 up. Yeah, so like, that's good. But let's stop procrastinating. What we're doing here is we're creating a new virtual machine. What number haven't I used yet? We're going to put this on the 800. I'm going to call this YT Live. Now, operating system we're going to use is Debian 1209. We're going to keep this default. We've got 2 terabytes available on Big Boy. Let's give this 256. We're going to run the host CPU. We'll give it 8 cores, and we'll give it like, I think 8 gigabytes. 8192. 8 gigabytes of RAM should be enough. Regular network. Alright, let's deploy. And let's not fail the deployment. Now what I'm going to do is make it so instead of connecting through the browser, I'm going to set up remote desktop on this. Australia. Configure the American English. Now even though I'm doing a graphical install, I'm still going to use Visual Studio. I'm just going to mount this VM. I'm still going to like use Windows, but it'll be SSH'd into here. And also I tried to set something up and it didn't work. Maybe you'll know how to do it better than me. So I tried to go to here. I tried to edit my host files so I can just have proxmox.local, and it's in my host file now, so I should Because I tried to map this to my Proxmox server and it doesn't work.
I don't know how that works on Windows.
A host name for this system.
Because what I do
YT
to do
line.
something like that is I have Pi-hole.
Yeah. No
And
domain
Pi-hole
name.
has the ability to do a local
Root
DNS.
password. Now this is
Once
really...
you have all those ET3 host files, you have to actually update on every client that needs those addresses because they can get annoying to set up.
Yeah. A user
Pi-hole?
account will be created for you to use instead of root account. Please enter the real name of this user. Alex.
All I have to do is set up the DNS, set up the router to point to it, and it provides my DNS.
Now this is like extremely... Oh.
That's how mine is set up.
Oh yeah.
Also, .local is not a very useful extension because it can break them from operating systems. So I went to a .lan.
I love how Air Highway has its own time code. It's literally half an hour ahead of WA and is for one town. So what I'm doing is extremely overkill for a live stream, because most people will use something like Streamlabs or another service that has all the animations and effects and stuff. That's the normal way of doing things. Setting up a frickin' VM to host a website to do this is not conventional.
You can learn a completely new and unique programming language and infrastructure and framework.
But I mean, I'm learning something, and I am forever a tinkerer. And I think it's interesting, and that's the main thing. Now, for some reason, my face cam decided to not work today, and I don't know why. I think I need to restart.
It's just a break.
So, my router has a issue where every now and then the internet drops out, and turning it off and on is how you fix it. But the way my house is, I don't have direct access to the router, so I have to turn it on and off at the RCD. So that's fun.
Oh, jeez.
I messaged my landlord. He's like, "Oh, go into the RCD behind the sign that says 'Do not touch.' There's a switch you have to turn off and on." And there was like 5 switches, and I'm like, "Is this the one?" He's like, "No," and then he video called me. I'm like, "Okay."
Is this the same router for the entire place for everyone else uses?
Yeah, it's actually
Oof.
just the NTD, so there's no additional router. The NTD has its own Wi-Fi, and it's fine because the internet's fast enough. I really need to get better at containerization and just accepting that Docker's a good idea. I just can't.
I mean, I don't know about whether or not accepting Docker is a good idea.
I know it's a...
I just like Docker because, for some things, because I've already part set up.
For me, it's like, if I'm running a project, I always aim to have 24/7 uptime, even if I'm only using it a few hours a day. I just like the idea of setting something up that's always accessible. I remember in uni I learnt the CIA triad. One of them is accessibility. And then if I'm in Proxmox,
accessibility refers to many things, not just uptime.
Yeah, I know. But if I'm like going in Proxmox, I don't see the point of having one VM in Proxmox and then hosting many Docker containers when I can have like ballooning RAM and running a VM per thing. I guess because what I'm doing doesn't need the scalability of a container, it makes sense. If I was doing something where I had like... Yeah. If I needed scalability to be able to ramp up more CPU or more RAM or something like that, or like, you know, scalable storage, yes. But for what I'm doing, I just like the idea of doing it in an OS. Then when I'm happy with how it's set up, I save an image of that OS as like a fallback point. There's just, it's like one of those things. There's like many ways to skin a cat, right? So
I don't know. If I'm gonna skin a cat, I'm gonna use one way to skin a cat. I'm not messing about with different ways to skin a cat here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying.
I don't know. Is there many ways to skin a cat?
I also want to keep doing this Linux stuff because with work, I'm very much falling into a Windows hole because it's a Windows ecosystem and Windows Server and like enterprise grade stuff. I don't want to forget the usefulness of Linux because I've always done this kind of stuff on Linux. At work, it's Windows. I don't want to like unintentionally convert myself into like Windows is the way. So I want to have projects that are solely Linux so I don't lose interest in it. I fully acknowledge that what I'm doing here is stupid in the sense of I'm trying to render animations on my stream and there are products out there that do this already quite well, but who knows?
I don't tend to pick myself up for reinventing the wheel.
Well, because I need to learn like this UI system for Unity, and a lot of the stuff I learn here will directly translate into what I want to do. At least that's what I'm telling. That's how I'm justifying this. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I can't tell you why. And then if I get it working and it's actually, I think it's cool, I might make like a whole YouTube tutorial, like just a video, 20-minute video about what I did. Because I like to think if I do something that I think is cool, at least one other person out there might agree that it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to be like Sebastian Lang, who just like...
You might rename this channel to be like your on-stream channel.
Oh yeah. Edit channel. I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call it on air. Okay. Scanning your installation. You now have the option... No, I don't want to mount any more drives, thank you. This is what I love. There's someone in Perth who mirrors Debian. But I might use the official... You should use a mirror in your country or region. Australia. I'm gonna go ARNet. I think AARNet in Perth is either Curtin Uni or UWA. So that's pretty close. Don't need to configure a proxy.
No, I just like Debian.org.
Yeah. I mean Debian.org is fine because most of the packages you install are only tops.
I just let the routing take the wheel.
But at least with Debian it's a mirror server, so it's not like there's gonna be a discrepancy in like package versions. It would suck if it's like, oh, you're using this mirror, so the version of Snap you're trying to install is out of date. Not Snap's a bad example, but yeah. So the first thing I'm gonna set up is RDP, so I can connect to it using...
Oh, you and your graphical interfaces. I still think you should just bite the bullet and go full console.
Most of my servers here are full console, they're Ubuntu server. The reason I want to use a graphical interface in this sense is for the stream, if there's somebody watching who doesn't understand Linux or what I'm doing, a graphical interface, it's a lot easier to kind of explain what you're doing to somebody who's new to the system. A bit more familiarity there. That's one reason why I chose it. And also, sometimes, like, if I'm dealing with things that I don't quite understand and file structures I don't understand, being able to navigate through the files and the folders on a GUI versus just list in a console.
Love good list in a console.
And I mean, once I get this up and running, I will be interfacing to it through SSH on Windows. So I will be using, like, connecting to it in the command line in some thing, but... And I also have the power to run a GUI on here. Although I do want to get a some sort of graphics card for this. Maybe like a 2000 series.
You're just using integrated graphics.
Well, this is like... Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah.
Yeah, having integrated graphics is a lot harder to pass through.
So I was having...
Yeah,
when I first turned my gaming PC into a server, I was trying to pass through my 5700 XT, and passing through AMD graphics is a challenge. I never got it working. I know it's possible, I just kind of stopped. Configuring popularity context, is systematic anonymously supplied distribution, Oh, I don't. I'll just keep that as default. Okay, at the moment only the core system installed to just need to install. You know what? I might install KDE. Okay, what do I want? I want an SSH server. Debian desktop environment. Actually, yeah, we can install more on top if we want. Because when we connect to this through RDP, it uses its own desktop manager anyway. XFCE or XCFE or something. I forgot how long it takes to install Debian. Like, Ubuntu servers, like, you go through the setup, you leave it for a bit, and you're in.
Well, I mean, it also eventually has to install a lot less packages. You can make it probably quicker. You have to install the bigger package that doesn't download as much.
Yeah.
The complete net install one.
I also know that I downloaded this ISO like probably 8 months ago, so there's going to be a few system updates. I wonder if Debian 13 is out yet. I hope I'm not that behind. Okay, so Debian 13 comes out soon. And it is a testing ground. Well, they've already started... They've already like penciled in 14 and 15. I wonder what version they're up to on Ubuntu. I mean, Ubuntu usually is like the year, so they'd be up to what, 26? Oh no, they haven't done 26 yet. Oh, so 2404 is the LTS. Okay. Oh, 1604 is still in LTS. But just for security. When I first started using Ubuntu, it was up to Ubuntu 7. Or actually, maybe Ubuntu 7 is the first one I used, but going by the years, it would have been up to... It would have been up to 9 when I actually properly started using it. Or maybe 10. Yeah, 10 is what it was when I first started using it. I've had like 9 people come in so far. I know like I would watch a random person installing a VM. So my idea is maybe there's a handful of people out there in the world that would be interested in just watching a random person install Linux. Yeah, well it is at the moment. Freaking doing all these packages. Maybe the mirror I chose isn't that fast.
You could always test it.
Yeah. Alright, so I have my favorite snack at the moment. Is called the... How do you spell this? KBBQ.
As I say, don't you have the snack in front of you?
Yeah, but the this camera's not turning on. These. Right now this is...
From Umail?
No, I get them from Spudshed.
Korean barbecue. Seaweed.
Such a good snack. I did not pay $10 for them though. It's like $8. I wonder if I can find it on the Spudshed website. No, not ChatGPT.
I don't know, you use ChatGPT so much, it's like, yeah, of course you want to search for me.
Well, that's my default search in the address bar. Maybe they don't... Okay, their website doesn't actually have a product area. Oh, careers.
Their website's pretty hard.
Work for Spudshed. They have a cafe?
Some places. There might be just the Australia landing page though. Like where is Francesco?
I think Francesco was
Yeah. It's in Janacop.
I think Francesco was the name of Tony Gallardi's mum.
Oh.
Spudshed is my favourite shop. Like grocery store. Who do they help? They've raised 631,000 for telethon. That's insane.
2021.
Hmm. In 2021's Perth, most famous eyebrows got the chop live on the television stage and raised a whopping 301,000 for telethon. That's so good. Recipes. This is what this stream is turning into, a deep dive into Spudshed, because... This looks delicious. Please stare at me while I stare at you. Well, they got one in Mandra now. Oh, and one in Northam. That's cool. I wonder if they're going to open one in Kalgoorlie.
I'm sure.
They are.
According to Gemini.
I wonder if they're ever going to open in Esperance.
Gemini lied to me. Like, he tried to tell me that provision that says that Nintendo can brick your console is Australian is an Australian URLA, but it's not.
Yeah. Huh.
And it was dead adamant. It's like, oh, here's all these news stories by Australian reputable journalists, and I'm like, but they talk about America. They couldn't really get away with it over here. Because the HCCC gives you the ability to enjoy your product in peace.
Yeah.
A provision like that wouldn't really be enforceable in Australia. It's even in the UK provision is different to America again.
Quake has said that AI uses high energy consumption. This is taking forever.
Hmm.
Whew. I didn't expect it was going to take this long to install Debian, otherwise I would have done it off stream.
Mhm. Ooh, all-time high records.
Nice.
Ah, your brother's high score is still higher than mine.
What's this on?
Fortnite Festival.
Ah.
I know, I've been watching a lot of Four Corner ABC reports today, and by God, we've got some big issues coming up in Australia.
What like?
The mental health problem in New South Wales, the increasing influence of the manosphere against, you know, primary school and secondary school students, and you know, this sort of rise in misogynistic, like, you know, behaviours.
That's not good. Four Corners is ABC, right?
Yes.
If there was one news source that at least appears to be the most impartial in Australia, I would say ABC is it. But I do find that they often lean like very, very left and sometimes perpetrate issues to be greater than they are. Probably not in this case, like
know,
with... Probably not with what
also tend-
this is, but...
I was going to say, they tend to also do their research,
Yeah.
for the most part. They back it up with some stats.
But ABC have been accused in the past a lot of, like, perpetrating issues rather than trying to actively resolve them.
In what case?
Actually, you know what? I'm going to backtrack that because I haven't verified that. That's just something I read. I have nothing to back that up. Scratch that. But no, when you get, like, people, like, impressionable youth, like, males aged around, like, 12, 13, 14, 15, that are consuming a lot of that, like, alpha male kind of content,
Yeah, well,
that can...
even
That's,
just-
like, a worldwide issue right now.
It is a little bit of this sort of almost reverse decline in, you know, just more accepting behaviours. It's like, oh yeah, you know, some teachers having, you know, feel like they just can't work in these jobs anymore because they're just getting targeted with all this,
I've heard
you know,
quite a lot.
overwhelming shit.
I've heard quite a
Some
lot.
nasty stories
Yeah.
that come out.
Quite a lot of teachers make a similar comment that these, like, people who have been teachers for like 20 years or so, they'll say when they first became a teacher, they were a teacher. Now they're a teacher and a therapist and a carer and a counselor and a psychologist. And classroom sizes are either staying
Oh, that's
30
big.
people, yeah, like, so, like, it's very difficult to handle a class when you've got this widespread, diverse student base, because now you have a lot more different cultures in a classroom as well, because all of the immigrants have had their kids, and their kids are coming to school. It's difficult to address all their cultural needs and inclusivity, as well as...
Well, their access to the internet means that a lot of these problems are coming up earlier. You're having to deal with, you know, kids that think it's appropriate to, you know, use their phones, and as they're going up to ask a question to the teacher, like hold their phones underneath the tables and taking photos up girl skirts.
Yeah. I
Or
mean,
using Snapchat and messaging a girl in a class saying they're going to have a, W over one of the teachers.
yeah. I mean, that's not good, but maybe we shouldn't talk about it while I'm live. I don't want the YouTube algorithm to think that's what this channel is about. Because I feel like whatever
Well,
we talk
teachers'
about,
issues.
whatever we talk about while we're live, maybe my stream will be handed to people who consume that content.
Oh no. And not the people watching Debian downloading.
I don't want to be shadow banned from YouTube.
Well, look, I'm impressed if it knows how to unwrap what some of those words say. Ugh. But it's getting better and better at trying to funnel topics to things, and that's
Yeah.
not always a good thing.
I mean, I think that's the problem
US
with...
does not seem US does not seem keen on regulating any of that. It all
No.
comes to one law that wasn't really much of a big provision that separated websites and the internet from the same stuff as publishers and media companies.
Yeah,
that actually moderate themselves.
1996, a bill was passed that basically gave website owners immunity against the content that users put on their website.
Yep, and they've rolled with that, and they've strengthened that legislation ever since.
Yeah, because, these companies have the money to prevent laws being put through. They can just say... Like, it's a lot easier for a company to just have to pay a few $100 million fine here and there than to have to change up their entire business model.
Well, their business model is outrage. Outrage spreads better than helpful content.
It's
Whatever content keeps people retained longer is the content they want.
I'd be interested to
whatever
see...
content that can be is addictive.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see, like, where the internet's at now. It's obviously a very different place to what it was, say, 10, 15 years ago. I wonder if there's going to be a crash. Because there's been a few times where popular websites have had complete restructures or just disappeared, like MySpace, or like Tumblr had its whole like anti-woke thing, which it kind of has recovered from. It'll be interesting to see if major platforms like YouTube, like Facebook, Instagram, if they crash, because the internet, while it's such a wide place, it really does feel centralized. In terms of like, you've got I think out of the top 5 most visited websites, you've got 2 which are 2 companies, Google, YouTube, then Meta, Amazon, I think. And like, that's all well and good. I mean, that's what people want. That's where the content is that they want. But if something happened where like YouTube and Google had to separate and YouTube got membership, do you have a favorite pasta shape? Off the top of my head, this is what Zero Guard asks. Do I have a favorite pasta shape? Let me think. I do. I do have... You know what my favorite pasta shape is, actually? I love to make, like, a good soup with this pasta. Because it has, like, a really nice texture. This. Like, thinking about it, I don't usually cook with it, because it's only, like... I'll like slow cook some beef or something and like reduce down the sauce, and then in the warm sauce, instead of boiling the pasta first, I'll boil this pasta in the sauce, and it just absorbs all of the flavors of the beef broth, of the tomato, of the herbs into this. So wheel pasta has to be up there as one of my favorite pasta shapes. It also has like a really good texture, right? Like, it's not too chewy if you cook it right, but it's like, it's enough pasta. It's like almost an entire spaghetti worth of pasta in one bite. So, yes, Zero Guard, I have a favorite pasta, and I'm going to say it's wheel pasta. It's a really, really good one.
Oh no, his first sponsorship is a pasta sponsorship.
San Remo or Barilla, hit me up. Um, yeah, this is the stuff I get. Wagon wheels is what they call it. San Remo, they call them the Wago. Or you got the Barilla mini wheels. Now, second favorite pasta. You know what? This is more of like a favorite flavor verse, because I'm not a fan of the spiral pasta. I do like it, like veggie. I am I am a fan of veggie pasta. Veggie spirals are quite nice because you get like all of the different, slightly different flavors. So these are really nice for like doing a soup in. Zero Guard might not even be here at the moment. He might have just asked and left because he hasn't said anything. Well, they haven't said anything for a while. But yeah, no, wheel pasta.
I know you've got three people watching you, so.
So yeah, today guys we are. What are we doing again?
Checking out veggie spiral pasta.
No, what are we doing again? Still here, awesome. What's your favorite pasta? Oh, come on. Come on, Debian.
I'll tell you, I just thought of a favorite pasta.
I think I need to get myself a cam. I'm always jealous of my brother's setup because he has like a proper DSLR for his streams. But he also is into
Yes.
photography, so that makes sense. I am not. Am I, Lincoln? I need to make like a little mascot thing for Lincoln. It's my favorite question to ask someone streaming, always off topic from what they're doing, and it's an honest question and catches someone off guard in a good way. That is 100%. It's a fantastic question because every person has a favorite pasta. Because pasta's one of those. Well, at least they can appreciate because I have rarely come across someone who just flat out says I don't like pasta because it's literally just wheat and whatever else it's made of. Obviously, there's egg pasta and like rice pasta and stuff, and then there's like the blurry line between what's a pasta and what's a noodle. Is this the same as a macaroni? Yes, it's a type of macaroni. Yes. Um, I also like lasagna sheets because lasagna is literally two of the best things in the world: pasta and cake.
I would not consider it cake.
Lasagna is a cake. You cannot change my mind. Lasagna is a cake.
Lasagna is a slice.
Yes, and you have a slice of cake.
But a cake is not a slice.
No, but you can have a slice of cake and you can have a slice
Slice
of
is a
lasagna.
slice.
There is a line there that is crossed.
I'll slice you in a minute.
Like, I wouldn't say. Like, what about an upside down cake? Is that a cake?
Cake is a cake.
You know what? Let's.
Lasagna is a slice.
Is
Cake dish.
lasagna a cake? What does the internet think? No! I don't want to see this! The first word of the response is no. But that's what Gemini says, and you can't trust Gemini.
Nah, I 100% trust Gemini. I've changed my opinion.
What does Cora say? You could call it a pie.
Very responsible.
Americans call
I
pizza
like
a
a pie.
pie.
I don't mind calling like lasagna a pie.
I can settle with pie. Because pie, after all, is just a type of cake, so.
And pie is not a cake. See, even Quora disagrees with you.
First Reddit post. Yes, I know, but I don't want to go to Reddit because that's a hole I don't want to get sucked into right now. So, if you're wondering, for the past, how long have we been live for? 56 minutes? For probably like the past 40 minutes or so, I've been going through the install process of Debian because I want to render some websites over my stream for like animated text and that kind of thing. And yes, I could just use Streamlabs or something like that, but instead of using Streamlabs, I want to make like a little website or like little static web pages with the animated text elements. And I tried doing it on Windows, but I'm more used to Linux, and then yeah. So that's why I'm spinning up a VM right now. If I can ask, how did you actually come across this live stream? Because I haven't streamed on YouTube for so long. I don't know if like random live streams get discovered by people, or are you a subscriber already? Because I don't really get suggested live streams, but I don't really watch live streams on YouTube much. Like, I only really watch live streams when people I subscribe to go live. But I feel like YouTube is a better home for this compared to like Twitch or Kick or Facebook Live. Or Caffeine.
There you go.
It was recommend. Oh, cool. I popped up on someone's YouTube recommended. That's random. It's good to know that the algorithm.
It came up as YouTube. YouTubers you can ask what kind of pasta they like.
Yeah. No. I can't wait until Debian finishes installing. Then we can actually do something.
I want to know what your video gets recommended after this. It's like goes on to the contentious topic of discussing whether lasagna is a cake.
I've been going down the Proxmox rabbit hole recently trying to learn more about it. Nice. Yeah, I went deep into Proxmox couple months back, or a few months ago now, and I had a gaming PC sitting around that I hadn't used for a while because I got a laptop. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to turn this into a server because I wanted to run a few websites and stuff like that. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Watch history. Yeah, so Proxmox is good, and then in my current job, we're a Windows environment, so I've kind of set my Proxmox learning aside to just get a bit more familiar with how work was set up. Then I moved house somewhere with a bit better internet. I'm like, I may as well start streaming and doing some Linux stuff again. I understand Proxmox enough to make my way around it without having to refer to the docs now, which is nice. But there's still things in there I haven't touched, like I haven't really done much with their built-in containers or setting up like resource pooling or stuff like that. I just like it as a centralized host for different virtual machines rather than using like VMware workspace and stuff like that. I like the simplicity of it. I don't. I used to stream a lot on a platform called Mixer. Then that shut down, and I just decided that I was going to stop. I tried streaming on Twitch a bit, gaming and stuff. Um, I mean, I've gone through various cycles over the years of like wanting to stream, then life gets in the way, and then now I'm like, I may as well try going live again, see what happens. I'm always working on a project, so I figured I may as well stream it. One is like now I'm gonna have a log of all of my projects as I'm working on it, so if I want to refer back to something or make like a devlog video one day, I've just got hours of stuff I've been doing. And also just to meet new people really doing similar things. because I do like streaming. Um, and I feel like if I stream and talk about what I'm doing, it'll help motivate me to continue doing it. Um, and then who knows, if more people tune in, we can start projects, work on them together as like a little community and stuff. I eventually want to get into some more hardware projects and stuff as well, so might make some videos about that. This is more of like an experiment of everything. Can I work a full-time job and make like little videos about it, about stuff as well? And I just like to talk and ramble on, as the person in the chat, Jared, knows. That's the other thing. If you watch a lot and you want to like have a chat, bit of like a live podcast thing as well. If you might not see, but we do have a Discord. Or I have a Discord. I don't know why I said we. It's just pinned to the top of this chat. I only made it today, so it's really not anything. Okay, looks like we're almost finished the install as well. There we go. Okay, no instant grub. Thanks for the sub. Yeah, no worries. I'm sure, yeah, the more we talk about it, and if you have a question and I don't know the answer, maybe we can try to figure it out as well on stream. Thanks for the sub too, I appreciate it. Install grub, yes. You need to make the newly installed system bootable, sure. Also, you can use the pass to question. Thank you. I was really hoping that I had permission to use the pass to question. I wasn't sure how that worked, if that was your thing, or if anyone could use it. Really? So thanks for that clarification.
I think you should bring up. I think you should bring up the more contentious issue: is lasagna a cake?
That can be the follow-up question. Like question 1, what's your favorite pasta? And then once they've answered that, then follow up the question with, is lasagna a cake? And then depending on if they give you the correct answer, yes or not, depends on if they get a sub. But no, for me, like, asking how pasta's good, I might be more of like a, what is your favorite cheese? As like maybe a third follow up after the lasagna question. Because that's the real stickler. What's your favorite cheese? Because I think cheese is something that, if you don't like cheese, I feel sorry for you.
Probably lactose intolerant.
Well, I'm not lactose intolerant, but cheese does make me feel a bit sick, but that pain is worth it. Pepper jack cheese, oh my god, yes. Pepper jack is good. I really love this at the moment. There's a jalapeno, so Mercy Valley. I don't know if this is going to be available in your country. But here we have, yeah. So this here is one of the best cheeses that you can get. It's just a cheddar cheese, but it's infused with jalapeno. Jalapeno, however you want to say it. So that, like a bit of chorizo, bit of hummus on a cracker. Man, you're making me hungry. Every good charcuterie board has to have this.
I hope you like frying off your chorizo first.
Oh, you got to. You got to release those oils. You got to get it nice and... Installation is complete. There's also like red Leicester is also a really good cheese.
I don't know.
It's very like, it's very pungent, yeah. Red Leicester's like a real pungent, smoky kind of, yeah. Slightly sweet, nutty, and caramelized flavor and crumbly texture. It's a good cheese. And blue cheese. I do like myself some blue cheese as well. I also like when Debian doesn't take 5 hours to install. I love this channel. I love this this stream. We're talking about cheese and Linux. Oh, what's my password again?
Oh no, don't forget your password, or you have to do the entire setup again.
Okay, so one thing I haven't set up on Debian before, which is what I'm going to try here. English, yes. Wait, what's this? No, you don't have to know where I am. No, I'm not going to connect my Google account. Okay.
So yeah, all these issues
Not available in my
broke
part of
down,
USA.
the terminal.
Yeah, Australia is kind of on the other side of the planet to the US. There's a
But
there's a
about the
bit
same landmass as
yeah,
the
there's a bit of a
population.
there's a bit of an ocean in the way. But you might have something equivalent. Okay, so I want to set up like an RDP. Set up. Is it like RDP server? Because I don't want to have to always rely on using it in the web. How to access Debian via remote Windows. Desktop on Windows. What do I need to install? Yeah, XCF. I'm just going to blindly run these. Because the problem...
Fine.
Yeah.
I don't know about all the rest of them.
The problem with running... Oh, that's right, you can't paste. You can't natively paste... you can't natively paste into... this, which annoys me. You can install an add-on for it. Let me just make sure. Oh, look at that freaking. I could have just like Googled this from.
I mean, you can still SSH into it and
Yeah.
go the commands and then get the RDP working.
You really want me to do this in command line, don't you?
I love command line.
Oh, why is this?
It's such just love. I mean, you can copy and paste. For good reasons, any.
Is it just so?
What are you trying to do?
This.
You guys saw sudo. You could just go.
No, I'm not in the sudo as file because I'm lazy and I don't want to configure it.
Oh. You don't have to. Debian configures it automatically. You just neglect to enter in the root password, and I'll say to set up the user as the administrator.
Yeah.
So you can, if you leave the root password blank when it asks you in the setup, it automatically configures the first user to be the sudo.
True.
And root just comes.
Connect to Debian from Windows RDP. I learned you can't natively paste when I mess with my Pi setting up the software running in. So there's an add-on you can install client, or the other thing you can do is there's a program, I forget what it's called, but when you copy something it saves it as a macro, and then when you go into the operating system you can run a shortcut to run the macro of what you've just copied. The Pi came with real VNC. Yeah, real VNC's fine. Honestly, they're all fine. I guess depending on what version of Raspberry Pi you have, you just want to get one that... Because like the way this one works is it installs XRDP onto your system, and it's like passing through like a graphical interface to remote into. On a Raspberry Pi, because you have limited resources, you want to make sure that you're not going to bog down your Pi just by serving itself as an RDP. If it's like a Raspberry Pi 4 or 5 with at least 4 gigs of RAM, I don't think it would be an issue. But if you're using like a Pi 2 with like not good resources, you might notice that you run into issues.
Oh.
The other thing you can do is like configure something called a KVM, which passes through your keyboard and mouse between both systems. This is what I need.
Yeah, I see the spiders in the back. I'm playing Spyro at the moment. If all the random commentary comes in.
I've got a Raspberry Pi 5. I installed just like Raspbian on there. Or RaspOS, whatever it's called now. But I haven't used it for ages. I've actually got an interesting project on the back burner for my Raspberry Pi, which I might use the Arduino for. In my bedroom, I have a metal like window shutter that goes over the window as like a guard, but it's not an electronic one. It has like a little hand crank that you have to turn to raise the window shutter open and closed, like this. Manual metal window roller blind. So yeah, so I've got this in my bedroom, right? So I have to hand crank that thing to open and close it. I want to set up some sort of like motor and gear system and then use a Raspberry Pi or a Arduino to control the motor. So instead of me having to reach behind my monitor where this thing is, I can press a button, or trigger it however I want, to turn it into a electronic one. So that's one of my back burner projects. Come on. I just realized that this stream's VOD is probably not going to work because I'm using copyrighted music. It's probably going to like take down this video. That's funny. But it's too late now. So you said that you're from the US. Sitting on my desk right now is one of my favorite exports from your country. Frank's Red Hot. This is what I think is one of the best things to come out of the United States.
Oh my gosh.
It is the best hot sauce that exists. So if there's one thing that America did that is amazing and has a cultural impact on me personally, it is Frank's Red Hot. Alright. Let's hit that paste, install XRDP. Yo, it is a good old Bug Up. How you doing, mate? Glad that you made it to the stream. I disagree on it being the best. That's fair. Everyone has their best hot sauce. I would love to try the hot sauces on Hot Ones. Like get that kit that has all the different hot sauces on there. Configure XRDB. You never said there was going to be configuration involved. Let's bring this connect Debian RDP to Windows. Is that what I googled? Connect to Debian from Windows R. Connect to Debian from Windows RDP. Yeah, just setting up a virtual machine at the moment. Configure SRV. I have to do it like this. Can we snap? Oh, we can snap. Nice. Sudo nano etc xrdp. Add or modify the following section, depending on your desktop environment. I mean, I might just try to leave this old default to start off with. Sudo systemcdl start xr. So theoretically, I should be able to 192.168.1. Three 389. Okay, looks like we do have to do some configuration because it's not working by default. So we'll stop the service and we will bring in the nano. Okay, so bitmap compression is true. Where have we defined XRDP1? XVNC, VNC any. XRDP1 name XFCE. I would copy this in, but I don't want to mess with like the formatting of this document, so just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to type it in. Username ask, password ask, IP equals, I imagine it's local. We'll try something different. Port equals -1. I don't quite know how this works. I haven't set this up before, so we'll just do what's happening here. And we'll see what happens. And see if we can connect. We've started the service. Can we connect? We're getting something. It's talking. It shouldn't be taking this long though to connect. No. I mean, we haven't set up a firewall. I reckon there's something in here. We need to actually change this port, and I reckon we need to... What? I don't like that we hard code the IP. This doesn't feel right, but we'll see what happens. We'll just give it like an arbitrary port.
Oh, no. It just says that hard code the IP to the local feedback loop.
I know, and I don't know if that's correct.
Okay. Oh,
I don't know if that's correct.
either that or 0.0.0.0, the broadcast open port one.
No, there's something up here. Something up with this config.
You should really just set the IP just to be 0.0.0.0.
I'm just going to read through what's already configured, because maybe... Fork new process, ports listen on, number alone means on all interfaces. 0 to 000, so it's listening everywhere. 3389's default. Okay, so port's already defined. That's the globally is 3389, okay. So why do we need to define like... See, Xorg is already... VNC any is there. So they're the different options we have.
And the password just set to any.
See what I mean? How I didn't want to paste it because it messes with the frickin' formatting. Oh. We don't have UFW. We don't have firewall installed. So there'd be nothing firewall blocking it. That obviously wouldn't work. Wait! I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Apt install net. Do you know why I'm an idiot, Jared? I was trying to connect to this VM via the IP address of Proxmox. Oh, what's the command to get my IP address now? Actually, because that... There we go. Because I configured a host name. Here we go.
But it's ip.addr.
Okay. But no, I was trying to connect to the frickin' Proxmox. To the Proxmox instance, not to the, VM. Okay. Problem connecting, some problem, error connecting the user session. Okay. We won't use let's just use Xorg then. We crashed. VNC any? Okay, we're getting into XRDP, but we have an issue with something else now. Oh, I think I know why. I think because we have an active console session.
You can
Because we...
disconnect it in the console panel.
Yeah, I did. Console... No, I think if I just leave it, it closes that connection. Because see how it has to initialize again?
It's on the side. Hold on, go back to console. There. It pops up on the side of the thing.
No, that's system controls.
We have VNC. Ah.
Yeah, that's system controls though. There's other maybe I haven't configured access for my user. Yes, that's what it was. My user didn't have access. Okay, so now we have like nice... I wonder if this is like gonna run at a decent frame rate. Like, it's nice because this gives you like basically... Oh, you click through to let... Oh, you're correct. I accidentally allowed location services. It is running like trash. We probably... Hey! I like this. My live... live stream in a live stream. It's fantastic. Let's turn off location services. Now, what kind of internet are we getting? Okay, I'm getting decent enough connection. Basically the same speed as I get my host OS, which means we're passing through network just fine. Alright, so what I'm gonna do on here first is we're gonna install Obsidian so we can kind of track what we're doing. Now, Obsidian, if you haven't used it before, is a really nice note-taking app. Think like Notion, but not as like convoluted. And this is where we're going to plan out what it is that we're actually doing here. And this is just separating it from a Windows instance. Then we're going to set up a project file. Oh, we've got different backgrounds. Dark mode, please. Now how can I enable... Like you can't just right click a new... I guess I have to go into here, File Manager, Desktop, New Folder. I'm going to call it... Actually we'll save it in Documents. Now I wonder... The next question is, am I going to do everything on this machine? Am I going to install VS Code on here and actually write everything on this machine? Do I want to do that? And just keep everything... There is going to have to be a network share between this VM and my local machine because we will be creating artwork. I'm going to have to create a...
You want sample for that?
Yeah. I need to set up like a NAS, like a VM to act as a NAS. Like OpenSense or something. Not today, but I do have to do that. I'll start planning everything out in Obsidian and then we'll see what we end up doing. I'm happy that we've finally got this far though. Now, to fix this, I'm not sure how to fix this and make it run smoother. I think I need to give it graphics pass-through. There is no application installed for app image application. I need to install a package installer, okay. I still consider myself a bit of a Linux novice, even though I've used it for so long, because I go between using Linux a lot and then not using it for ages and then coming back. But I mean, for the most part, it's a perfect desktop OS now. Like, the only thing really is Windows exclusive software and if you want to play games. How do I install this though? I've opened it up, but how do I install this program? Debian install app image file. Oh, I see. Without no sandbox. Executable as program, yes. Yo! We got there. So now we should have... Is this how we're gonna have to run it every time though? Pick a location. Documents. So the... Oh, it has to run in sandbox mode whenever I want to open it. Okay, if that's how you want to do this, Linux, I don't like it, but whatever. Because I'm logged in as root, it doesn't install it properly. But that's okay. So we'll close graph view. Can you not crash, please? Alright. Buy a hat. Alex Cohen live. No, this is going to be called the YT live stream graphics. So I always like to start by defining an issue. So the issue is software packages such as Streamlabs do not offer granular control over animated objects on stream. Additional functionality is locked behind a paywall or requires you to log into your YouTube account via their platform. Solution: use web technologies such as Angular and Gasp to create dynamic and interesting on-screen graphics. Okay, so how are we going to structure this project? Technologies. This VM will host all of the web files that are rendered in OBS. OBS, the plat that the stream is hosted from. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm starting to create a documentation for what I'm doing. I believe in thorough documentation. So if somebody was to have a look at what I've done, they can open up this Obsidian vault, is what they call it. And it's basically going to have a list of instructions and steps I've taken to complete the project. Which means I can go back and have a look at how I did something and tweak it. But also if someone likes what I've done and they want to know how they can do it, I can provide them with this guide. I'm a big believer of documentation. So Debian VM OBS. We're going to go with technologies and definitions. Host OS. No, we're going to call this. This is the OS where OBS resides, and typically the primary device used by the streamer. How do we do a H2? Is it just like this? Or do we want a H3? No, we want a H2. Web technologies. So we're gonna have. Well, this is where it comes down to, right? Because I was having a look at this yesterday. GSAP, not GASP. So this is what I'm trying to implement. My idea is I want to use features of this library, this JavaScript animation library, and instead of having like relying on Streamlabs or something like that, inside this VM I have like a web like Node.js or Angular setup, and in OBS I turn the elements on and off. So if someone subscribes or follows or something, it turns that on in OBS, and then it triggers one of these kind of text animations, or there's like SVG animation and stuff, and I want these animations to be on the stream for when things happen, rather than being limited to what Streamlabs can offer in terms of like this fly in fly out effects and that kind of thing. I really like these JavaScript animations, so I'm trying to implement that into my stream, specifically like this SVG manipulation one. Now I don't really know JavaScript that well, so I'm gonna have to learn it for this, but like all of these kinds of animations and stuff, I just think they're beautiful, and I want to make it in like in the stream. so I could have like this morph animation.
Out and the shape of okay. Now we're
So yeah. And then like things can be said in chat, or maybe I'll have like a Discord bot or a Discord thing where you could do something and then an animation will pop up on screen or something like that. But what I'm working on right now is, yeah, like this as well. Like this is dynamically rendered. This isn't a like an animation that's like a MP4 file or something. This is rendered in browser. So I want to render that on this virtual machine, and then have it as a browser source file in OBS. This is kind of what my goal is. I have an understanding as to how to implement it, but it's going to take a while to kind of get it to work. Or like, have like, we'll be back or something. But it'll be like an actual animation that's being rendered in real time. One reason why I want to learn this is because I'm building a game, and I need to build my own like UI system. Like it's just so cool. All these like pre-made animations which can then be used for graphics and like this could even be dynamic. Like we could have like a follow count or something, and as people were streaming, we just input a new number and it raises and lowers just to make the stream look really nice. Because as people kind of come across the stream and they click on it, if there's like really nice effects and stuff, that's where I'm at. Now, GSAP relies on these kind of technologies here. Like, so React is what I want, but I am not, at least not currently, I'm quite new to like front-end web dev. It's not really something that I have delved into much, other than, simple things. Did Obsidian crash? Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with that side of the project. But let's see if we could just get like a simple hello world set up. So let's go into here. Open SSH server Debian setup. Right, so we should be able to now hopefully I just put my password in wrong. Why is it saying Oh, because I probably haven't allowed root. Cool. So if we go to VS Code, see if we just try to connect to host, add new SSH host. SSH Alex at ytlive-a. I never quite understand how to set this up. I don't want to use WSL, please. I want to use my own machine. To ensure it starts automatically on boot, yes please. Okay, I'm going to do something that you should never do. But we're going to do it because this is a dev server, not prod, so security doesn't matter right now. Famous last words.
Oh no, what are you doing? Why are you in the SSHD config?
I'm trying to find where I can overwrite a security measure.
What is it? Oh,
Permit root.
You just need to give your account the sudo group.
Oh, actually, yes, you're correct.
Just use a mod. Yes. User mod ag sudo user. Out way. There you go. Then go sudo tac l. That's it. Voila.
But I always forget how to do this. Why can't I connect to my host here? So like SSH Alex at ytlive.
Just remove the SSH.
Oh!
Oh, maybe it does work actually.
Select the platform of the remote host, Linux. See, and it's like...
Give it the actual port rather than just the name. Or the IP.
No, because... let me just see if it would work with...
And just remove... Don't put the SSH command in. Just go...
Oh yeah. Okay, so it's...
You don't have to put the command in, you just put the platform at the thing.
Permission denied. The following issues detected with your most recent permission denied.
Well, just try to actually connect to an SSH
I have.
terminal.
I can. So I can connect to SSH through
Well then, when you
YT line.
say what host it is, just remove the SSH command from it.
I did that as well.
Because that's not a part of it.
I did that as well. SSH permission denied.
You might check if it doesn't like you inputting a password, maybe. Maybe it wants you to
Oh,
put the key.
no, yeah. Ensure you've generated an SSH key pair on your local machine using SSH keygen. Oh, so I have to go into here. I've done this before, but... But then how do I move that... How do I put this key onto the Debian machine? Do I just generate a
SSH
key with the same name?
SSH copy key. No, you just copy it on there. You can actually just literally
Okay.
copy and paste the yeah,
Enter
public
file
key
in which...
into authorized keys.
Okay, so I've got my key, so now what do I... Where do I put that?
You've got your public and private key on the Windows server.
I've got this.
Cool. Don't show the private key, but you want to copy the public key. You could try seeing if it's got SSH copy called. I can actually check. SSH copy ID. Good one.
Use SSH.
Yeah, you don't have that on. You can do it through the WSL.
I'm not using WSL.
You can also do this.
Oh, and you can just paste it. Oh, I'll do it this way. Create the SSH directory. Make directory -p. No. Okay, so now I need to find C users C. Why is there no new one? Probably because I already generated it. Would this be because I already generated a key once, or...?
Could be. But
No, because that's
the key you want.
that's for scraper. How do I...
Well, I think which one did you open?
Well, there's no new things here. These are all from the
You
1st
wanna
of
copy-
May. There's
Oh.
2 here, known hosts. Is it this one, known hosts?
No, that's no, that's all the stuff for each host you've ever connected to prove that you're on.
Also, this has
Can't
been
use our host.
appended.
Yeah, no, that's just to make sure that if the host ever changed, I tried to, you know, man in the middle attack, that it would warn you. It's not reporting the same thing. No, you can copy that should be able to copy the ID RSA pub onto the server. That should work.
But that hasn't changed since 1st of May, so would that matter?
Shouldn't do. If you really wanted, you could probably generate a new one.
So I copy that into... So now theoretically... Hey! Maybe it's gonna work now. No. Maybe I will delete this. Delete all these keys, because I don't need them anymore. And generate a new key. Wait, I think it's saved it. C uses SSH ID. Apparently there's another... How do you show hidden files? I've got to show hidden files on. It says that there's another directory in here. It says that there should be SSH and then /ID underscore ED 255. Yeah, but that doesn't exist in here. I'll show you what I'm doing. So I run this command, SSH keygen, and generate public private ED into the file in which to name it. We'll call this one like YT live.
Oh, you just, I was going to say, you just keep the...
No
yeah,
pass.
because you've not... Yeah, so it's just saved to YT Live somewhere. I don't know where. You just keep it with the name it's got by default.
Oh, so I just go here.
That's it.
Oh.
YTK is probably at like C drive or something. I don't know where the default file it saves there.
So then I go back into here. I'll open this up. I'll delete that line. Paste this line. Save it. And then try connecting again. Okay, reopen VS Code, see what happens. What does Copilot reckon? wait, it thinks that there should be a file in here called config, maybe?
I should create that. Oh, it doesn't go in there. Doesn't.
That's what it says it was
Got a
looking for, though.
No. Have you copied it to the actual
See, it says it's
authorized keys file on the host server?
yeah. So
Or
in
do you
here,
use it?
it's here.
Cool. Can you log into SSH now with the public key?
How do you do that?
Just do the same SSH command you've been doing.
Because I did that before without a public key.
Yep. There you go. No password needed now.
So why is it not working in VS Code?
Not sure. Try it again. I'm watching.
Permission denied.
Hold on. Go more actions.
Do I have to go add new host?
You can do. You can go into settings.
Well, I just added it there. Connect to host.
Go configure SSH hosts. And go, settings. Not open to a file.
Why am I getting permission denied? What is going on? VS Code is trying to use as the SSH, but this is a directory, not a file. The extension expects a file like config inside SSH because it tries to read the directory as a file. How to fix? Open your VS settings JSON. Change the okay, so where's settings.json?
Navigate back to the SSH directory
Yeah.
and just right click. No. Get rid of the folder config. And just make a file called config.
What type
No
of
extension.
file?
Just a file called config. You can make a text document, but you need to get rid of the extension for it. There you go. And now try it. Go back to VS Code.
Also keep that as how it
Um,
was.
Yep.
So delete this.
Go into... No, keep that as it is. Go and try to set up the remote. It's on the bottom. Go connect host, go configure. At the bottom of that prompt there. Go in, now click on the setting. That it? The top one? No, not that setting. Remote. Host. Now click on the file name when you go configure SSH host.
Oh, I see what you mean. No, why is it?
That might work now because it could save to the thing.
It's doing something else now. Also, it just needed an empty file called config to put stuff into.
Yep, you'll see if you go read it now, it will have a config there. You must not have permission to make a file. Just open it up and...
Oh, it's empty.
Oh, maybe it hasn't.
It just needs it to be
Normally
there.
it does save stuff there. Normally it does save stuff in there. It looks like this.
That's okay. If I go open folder.
If you look at my stream, it looks like that.
Okay, so theoretically now, if I go back to here.
See, what would you do without me?
Who knows? Why not letting me log in now? How do I log in as a different user? What do you mean?
Hmm?
It's not letting me log in
For what?
to this remote. Oh, now this is... Oh, it said I was using audio by someone else. I'm gonna have to change to NCS music. Oh. forgot what password I use now to set this up. This is embarrassing. There we go. No. Is this because I have a current open connection? That's okay. We're connected in here, which is the main thing. Okay, well, I'm going to end the stream here. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Appreciate it. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.